INS Day. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. I am your host, Ramon Preston, and guess what? Every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, with the exception of vacations, hiatuses, and being late, we come to you every Monday through Friday, bringing you information, bringing you revelation, bringing you words that will change and transform your life when it comes to economics. Our goal is to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. Do me a favor. If you're on, I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live in his house on this beautiful Wednesday right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 P's for business and financial prosperity. The 5 P's for business and financial prosperity. I don't care what nobody say. Prosperity is your portion. The promises of the Lord when it comes to your prosperity are yes and amen. And there are so many amazing things that I believe God wants to do in every area of your life, but more specifically in the business and financial area of your life. But what I have learned in my years as a marketplace and ministry leader, I have learned that a lot of the things that God intends to do for us, especially when it comes to our economics, when it comes to our prosperity, a lot of things God doesn't necessarily do for us, He does through us. Meaning that He's going to give us a certain level of revelation. He's going to require us to complement that revelation with intelligence or information. And then once we have that intelligence and information, He's going to require us to put that intelligence and information to practice. And so today, I'm going to get a little theological. I'm going to get a little philosophical, but I'm also going to become a little methodical. I'm going to give you some game today on the 5 P's for business and financial prosperity. Would you please be so kind to hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag somebody and let them know Ramon Preston and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live. We are in the house, and we getting ready to give you the game on the 5 P's for business and financial prosperity. Do me a favor as well. Drop in the comments what city you're watching from. Drop in the comments what city you're watching from. Please let us know what city you are watching us from. Thank all of our Facebook, our YouTube, our social media family members and friends, all of you that's a part of our tribe. You are a part of our extended family. I love you. I appreciate you. And I thank you sincerely for your feedback, for your comments, for your engagement, for your likes, for your shares, for your views. Many of you have gone beyond just liking and sharing and tagging and viewing and commenting and engaging. Many of you have converted over into moving in the house. You are part of our coaching program. You're part of our university training platform. You're part of the household, and we appreciate you for that. And I want to encourage you to share that success with others, those that you know have dreams and desires, those that you know have aspirations and ambitions for business and finances, for freedom, for wealth, for economic stability. Share the information that is shared with you. If you're a part of our business coaching program, pull in your family members and friends. Pull in your loved ones. Turn that a little bit facing me. Pull in your loved ones and let them know that there's a business coaching program. Perfect. There's a business coaching program that exists that has changed my life, if in fact it has changed your life. So thank all of you. I appreciate all of you for everything that you do. I'm really going to try to get off a little early because I know we got a 1 o'clock. That's going to run right into our next appointment. And so we have an important appointment at 1 o'clock that we have to take. So I'm not going to push all the way to 1 o'clock. So today I want to talk to you about the 5 P's, of business, or for business and financial prosperity. If I ask the question, if I gave a survey, most people would say, like unanimously, without a shadow of a doubt, that they dream and desire, or at least entertain the idea of having business and or financial prosperity. Because when you think about prosperity, we're just talking about you doing better, you succeeding, you experiencing more in certain areas of your life. And prosperity is not just about business and finances, but guess what? Prosperity is not just about mental, emotional, or other types of prosperity. So when you think about prosperity, of course, you want to think about the totality of a being, your spiritual prosperity, your soul prosperity, your physical health, mental, emotional, relational prosperity. But we cannot undermine or overlook or disregard the importance of business and financial prosperity. Now, for those of you that have businesses, for those of you that are entrepreneurs, for those of you that are the financial breadwinners of your family, you're the CEO of your last name, you are in a very critical position, at least at this time in history, meaning that you have to make some very important decisions on the prosperity that you and your family and the families that come behind you are going to experience. And this is one of the reasons why I have used this show and this platform within the last few months to give people like you access to information on how to actually prosper in your business, in your finances, in your endeavors. Because most people know what they want to do, but most people don't necessarily know how to do what they know they want to do. And so today I'm going to just give you 5 P's for business and financial prosperity. The first P, and these are P's that you need if you're going to prosper in your business and in your finances. All right. The first P is purpose. I want you to write that word down. For those of you that are following us live or on the replay, I want you to drop that first P in the comments. The first P for business and financial prosperity is purpose. I want you to write that down. And I'm going to explain each of these 5. If you have any questions concerning your business, concerning your ideas for business, concerning your finances, concerning your ideas for finances, please feel free to take a look in the comments and call 678-922-1963 extension 1. I want you to call 678-922-1963 extension number 1. All right. The first P for business and financial prosperity is the P of purpose. Now, what do you mean by purpose? I want to break this down a little bit because a lot of people be talking about purpose like, oh, you got to have a purpose. I hear more people say, I don't know my purpose. Again, we're not talking about just your purpose in life. We're not talking about just your purpose in ministry. We're not talking about just your purpose in the spirit. We're talking about your purpose in business, your purpose in finance, your purpose in economics that are going to help facilitate your prosperity. Why is purpose the first P for business and financial prosperity? Here's why. Because most people don't know their purpose because, don't miss what I'm about to say. This is going to be a game changer for somebody. Most people don't know their purpose because they're busy or focused looking for one purpose. I want you to catch that. So when you hear people say, because I hear it all the time, I don't know what my purpose is. One of the reasons why you don't know what your purpose is, because you're looking for one purpose. You have more than just one purpose. For example, Do you think I wake up every day with one purpose on my mind? Oh, I just got to pursue this one purpose in life. I got multiple purposes. I have a purpose as a husband. I have a purpose as a boss. I have a purpose as a father. I have a purpose as a financial leader. I have a purpose as a consultant, as a coach. I have so many different purposes. I have personal purposes. I have health purposes. So I think it's wrong to just minimize the idea of a purpose to one purpose. This is why purpose is considered to be the first P for business and financial prosperity. Because if you feel like you don't know what your purpose is, that's why you're not starting a business. You feel like you don't know what your purpose is, that's why you can't get focused on getting out of debt and getting your credit right and getting your money right, because you just feel like you don't have a purpose. It's because, number one, you're only looking for and focused on this one single purpose. Well, that's why a lot of people live their whole lives and they never find this purpose. You know why? Because for the most part, that one purpose doesn't exist. So how do I find the multiple purposes? Well, maybe in order to find these multiple purposes, you have to start looking at the things that are at your disposal that you can actually start doing right now. So for example, you say, well, I don't know what my purpose is in business. What can you do right now that you can actually package in the form of a product and service and sell? I don't know what my financial purpose is in life. I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. What is it that you can actually do that can generate some money today? What is it that you can actually do to serve somebody today? What is it that you have in terms of ideas, in terms of concepts, in terms of products, in terms of services, in terms of resources, in terms of time, skill, efforts, gifts, talents? What are the things that you have that you can actually just give away to other people if you find out where they are and they need what you actually have? Guess what you're doing? You're moving into your purpose. Because your purpose is actually one action of doing what you know you can do away. So I don't know what my purpose is in life. Well, guess what? I might not know what my ultimate purpose is in life. I don't know what my purpose lies. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know where it is. But guess what? I can still get up off this stool and walk out the door. So what I need to focus on is not what this big ultimate purpose is in life. I need to focus on getting up out of this stool and going to open that door. That's going to be my next best purpose. And then once I get up off the stool and go open the door, now what my next purpose is going to be to walk to the other door to get to the hall. Then when I walk to the door and get to the hall, what my next purpose is going to be to get on the elevator and to go down. When I get on the elevator and go down, what my next purpose is going to be, walk out of the door, get in the car. So you see, by the time I get home, I found 6 or 7 different purposes because I was willing to overlook this idea of what is my purpose is. And I'm just stuck here sitting on the stool. What is my purpose in life, God? And God like getting your behind up. That's the first purpose. In your behind. Get your behind up and go open the door. Purpose number 1. Then when you open the door, stand there and say, man, I don't know what my purpose is. Getting to the other door down the hall. I don't know what my purpose is. Getting to the elevator. So you see what I'm saying? So some of you right now, you're sitting on potential. You're sitting on ideas. You're sitting on time. Let's say you ain't got no job. You ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no credit. You in debt. You just tore it from the floor up. But guess what? You still got you. Find somebody who wants you. That's your purpose. Your purpose is to find somebody who just needs your hands to help them pick up a bag. I'm telling y'all, if you want to see prosperity in 2021, we just talking about this year, in business or in finances, if you want to see a change in your financial situation, the first P for this business and financial prosperity is for you to understand, not necessarily identify with, but to understand that your purpose is not some one single grand purpose that's going to help you get the bag and become a millionaire in the next 3 months. Your purpose is to do the next best thing that's at your disposal.
Just like that.
That's a mic drop, y'all. I can't hear nobody on that one. I wish I had somebody that can talk back to me on that one. Did you just hear what I said? So I want you to absorb that for a minute. Think about what I just said. Your purpose is not some one big single grand purpose that's going to just change your whole life. Your purpose is the ability to understand, or at least the willingness to understand, that in order for me to fulfill my purpose today, I've got to do the next best thing at my disposal. For somebody, your purpose in business is really to just get up and go to work today. So I don't know what my purpose is in business, but you got a job. Your purpose in business is to go to work today. I don't know what my purpose is because my money ain't right and I'm just ain't where I'm supposed to be. Well, save the $20 you're getting ready to go waste. That's what my purpose is. So that once I save $20 10 times, I got $200, and now my perspective of purpose is going to change. Because I'm going to look at them 200 and say, wow, if my purpose was found in saving $20 10 times to give me 200, maybe my purpose financially is to save 200 10 times to give me 2,000. So this is not some magical moment that you're going to run into. A lot of people say that, but it's just not real. It's just not real. It's unrealistic. So if you want to experience business and financial prosperity, make sure that it begins with you understanding what your purpose is. What is your purpose in business? What is your purpose in your finances? What is your purpose in your family? What is your purpose for your last name and your legacy economically? Well, I don't know what my purpose is. I know what it is. The next best thing that you can do for your family, for your business, for your finances, for your legacy, for your last name. That's what your purpose is. If you agree with that, even if you disagree with that, give me some feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to just dial the number, call, and let me know what it is that you need, some direction, some wisdom, some advice, some answers on. That number is 678-922-1963. All right, let's go to P number 2. The second P is, this is a big one, y'all, patience. So now I've identified with my purpose. I'm clear. I'm understanding that my purpose is me doing the next best thing that I can do today. Me doing the next best thing that I can do later today. Me doing the next best thing that I can do tomorrow. Me doing the next best thing that I can do this week. That's my purpose. That's the first P. Now it brings me to the second P. The second P is patience. Now, here's the thing about patience. See, I got a perspective about all this stuff, and I want you to catch it. Patience is not you, and excuse the ghetto-ness of my terminology, but patience is not you sitting your behind down doing nothing. That ain't patient. Well, I'm just being patient. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount up with wings of eagle. See, we don't even think about that second part. Think about the scripture. No. Let's go back to the beginning. Here's what Isaiah said. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Here's the second clause. They will mount up with wings of eagles. That means you got to do something. Yeah. They will run and not be weary. Yeah. They will walk and not faint. In other words, they're patiently waiting, but they're doing something. They're walking, but they ain't fainting. Yeah. They running, but they ain't getting weary. Mm-hmm. They're mounting up. In other words, they doing something. They ain't just waiting on the Lord. I used to talk about that when I was pastoring and preaching and teaching all the time on a regular basis to our members and to our students in our school of ministry, that to wait on the Lord, to W-A-I-T on the Lord, is similar to what a waiter does in a restaurant. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and the waiter walked up to the table and sat down and said, yeah, I'm going to just wait on y'all? You'll be like, first of all, if you don't get your behind up, and guess what you're going to say? If you don't get your behind up and wait on us, and they're going to be like, yeah, but this is waiting. I'm waiting on you. You're going to be like, no, that's not the kind of waiting we're expecting you to do. Well, guess what? Patience is the same way. Mm-hmm. Having patience means that you are doing what you are purposed to do in your business, in your money, in your financial life, in your economic life. You're doing what you're purposed to do. That's what patience is. But you're doing it, watch this, with the level of patience or security and confidence and stability in knowing that at some point, as long as you continue to wait the table of what your purpose has presented to you, that you're going to get a tip. Did you catch that? I told y'all I was going to be a little preachy today.
So now, Tanya said, waiter serve. You would not tip a waiter that didn't move and bring your food.
That's right. You will not. Someone just made a statement saying,
Your spiritual daughter.
my spiritual daughter.
Yeah.
You talking about the consultant, Tanya?
Yeah.
Tanya? Her?
Miss
Okay.
Tanya.
She said what? What did she say?
She said you would not tip a waiter that didn't move and bring your food.
You would not tip a waiter that didn't serve you and bring your food. Because that waiter's supposed to be waiting on you, meaning that waiter's supposed to serve you. So when you look at the second P for business and financial prosperity, it's patience, but it's the type of patience that allows you to wait on the tables of your purpose. Meaning that if I got to keep working this job every day, then I just need to make this job the best opportunity that I have by saving my money. If I have a business, I have to work on my products and services and push my products and services and serve my products and services and deliver my products and services until I get a tip. That's being patient. I'm not going to give up, because I think some people right now, they're getting to a point to where they ain't seeing stuff happening. We 6 months into the new year and we still ain't seeing no breakthrough. We ain't seeing no business booming. We ain't seeing no money dropping out the sky. We ain't seeing no overflow. Guess what? You still got to stick to the purpose, and guess what you got to do? Remain patient. We got another comment.
Yeah. So one of your coaching clients.
Another coaching client said what?
This is real. I've been trying to get clarity on the next step. And that's just it. Just get up and do the next best thing.
That's it.
Love it.
That's your purpose.
Yeah.
That's your purpose. Thank you for the comment. Your purpose is to do the next best thing.
Yeah.
So I can sit in my office today and say, man, what is my purpose in life? You know what my purpose in life is? Mm-hmm. To get on this TV.
Yeah.
When I'm off of this and I sit here and say, what is my purpose in life? Go to that next meeting. When I'm finished with that meeting, man, what is my next purpose in life?
Take your PA to lunch.
Take my PA to lunch. That's my purpose. The devil is a...
Your mom.
You get what I'm saying? So my purpose is always finding the next best thing. Because you're not going to just sit back and think, oh, at some point, ta-da, God give you this grand revelation. And it's like, oh, that's what my purpose is. Even when that happens, guess what takes place? Once that feeling wears off, in like 3 months, you like, I don't know. Because that wasn't your purpose. That was just a moment you experienced. There are a series of purposes. So I don't even like to focus on this one purpose. I got purposes. And whatever I need to give me the juice and the drive that I need at a certain point in the day, I'm using that as motivation for my purpose. This is my purpose. This is my purpose. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to connect it to the second P of patience. So now I've got to work on it. This is one of the reasons why I let my team talk me into doing a 1-year business coaching program. Because they realized, even when I wasn't paying attention, that a lot of the clients that we were working with, a lot of the people that we were conversing with needed more time, meaning that they needed a window to implement purpose and activate patience while they implement purpose. And in order for them to do that, they needed more time. So we pulled that 90-day coaching program out to 1 year, gave them 4 times as much time to be able to implement things like purpose, doing the next best thing, and activating patience. Waiting and serving that thing that you're doing or those things that you're doing until what you're doing produces a tip. That's the second P. The third P for business and financial prosperity is persistence. 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 Now I love this word because this is like a bougie type word. Yeah.
Somebody say, yeah, they work too persistent.
But here's what I like. I did a little study on the word persistence. I want to give y'all a little bit of data on this word real quick. I'm going to give you the general definition for persistence, but then I'm going to give you more of a psychological description of persistence. So the definition for persistence means to be firm or continuing in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. So when you are a persistent person, what are you actually persistent in? You are persistent in the thing that you have identified to be your purpose at that time. So now you're not just beating a dead horse. You're just doing your due diligence on a daily basis. Whatever opportunities present themselves to me today, I'm going to identify them and understand them to be part of my purpose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be patient in knowing that this is going to be a process in order for the things that I'm doing today to develop and mature into better things I'm going to do tomorrow. And then the things that I do tomorrow, I'm going to continue to be patient with those things so that they can develop and mature to be better things the next day. And then when I integrate persistence into those things, I have to be willing to continue in this course of action despite the difficulty and the opposition that I face. Because when difficulty and opposition shows up for you as a business owner, when difficulty and opposition shows up for you as the financer and the leader of your family, as the CEO of your ideas, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to become persistent, meaning that you got to continue in a course of action, but you got to have a course of action. You can't just get up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be persistent today. Oh, I'm a grind today. I'm gonna make it happen today." And then you gas out in 2 hours. You know why? Because you didn't have a course of action to grab hold to. There was nothing tangible you can grab hold to. See, a lot of times, even if I'm just lost in the sauce, even if I just don't really have a clue where I'm finna go or what I'm finna do, if I can just show up to the office and get on the computer and check my emails and put myself in the mode of being a CEO of a business, guess what happens? My persistence pays off and I find a course of action. Let me do this. Let me do that. And I just stick to it until I feel like I got a breakthrough. Then all of a sudden I feel those wheels spinning. All of a sudden I got to win. This is one of the reasons why one of my biggest takeaways that I talked about Monday was beating the sun up. Because when you beat the sun up, that was a principle I learned from our coach, from our guru. When you beat the sun up, you can categorize that as a win. I beat the sun up, meaning that I won. So now I can start my day with a win. I study and read and go over my goals. I've won. So now all of a sudden, I have a certain course of action that I take every day before the sun gets up that puts me in a mode of already moving forward. So when I hit a roadblock, 2 people cancel the appointment. When I hit a roadblock, 3 people tell you they want a refund. When I hit a roadblock, nobody responds to your email. You get 1 view on your post. You go live and on Facebook, you got 7 people showing up. Who cares? I'm here. I showed up. Because there's 7 billion people who have access to it on Facebook. It's 7 billion people who have access to it on YouTube. So even if the 7 people that's watching it don't make no power moves in terms of what I'm saying, guess what? I'm making power moves. 10 years from now, somebody can watch this video and be like, that's what I needed, and they become a billionaire. Whoop, there it is. This is persistence. You got to be persistent, but your persistence has to be connected to a course of action. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to be persistent. In what though? What are you going to be persistent in? Persistent in your products, persistent in selling it, persistent in reaching out to people, especially if you're a business owner. Not a day should go by that you ain't reaching out to people. I was just telling the couple that we were consulting last night, I was telling them, if y'all was on my email list and my text message list, y'all will see some of the stuff I'm talking about. Like if y'all was around, you know, they're just being introduced to our business. And I was telling them that because my point to them was, I'm always showing up and coming up with ideas and introducing new products and services to the market. And I don't wait on it. You know why? Because I'm persistent. I'm going to continue to be dedicated and diligent and committed and consistent to a course of action once I grab the course of action. Whatever that course of action is, I'm going to grind that thing out until I get a tip from it, until I get a return on it, until somebody responds to it. And if I don't get a response, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to just modify it. I'm going to just move it around. I'm going to change it. I'm going to upgrade it. And I'm going to reintroduce it again. And if I got to keep doing that over and over again for 8 months, for 6 months, for 2 years, for 4 years, for 8 years until bang, it clicks, my persistence is going to pay off. And guess what? If you're watching me and you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you're a go-getter, you're the leader of your family, you're a financer, you're a minister, a pastor, your persistence is going to pay off. But your persistence has to be a complement to your patience and to your purpose, meaning that you're doing the next best thing that you can do. You're understanding that this is going to be a process, and you're willing to ride it out and grind it out with a set course of action until you see the manifestation.
Somebody said you are the poster child for the word persistence.
I sure am. I say that.
challenging.
I am the poster child, because I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest. I'm not the most talented and experienced and educated, but guess what? I am so determined. I am so persistent. What you ain't gonna stop me from doing is showing up. What you ain't gonna stop me from doing is believing in me. What you ain't gonna stop me from doing is grinding and making things happen and figuring things out. I'm gonna figure it out, but I gotta show up for that.
Somebody said such great information. Then she said, be consistent and confident to a course of action that's powerful and productive, good wisdom, profit.
That's it. So the first P for business and financial prosperity is what? Purpose. Purpose is what? Not this big old ooey gooey magical moment where it's like, oh my God, I got my purpose, Lord. No, your purpose is doing the next best thing that's available. That's my purpose.
Yeah.
If you sitting home right now and you ain't got nothing to do, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no job, you ain't got no business, what's my purpose in life? Get up and clean. Just clean. Just start cleaning. Start folding clothes. Like, that's purpose. And you could be cleaning. You could be folding clothes. You could be cooking dinner. You could be setting up yourself for the next 3 days just with household items. And guess what? An idea drop in your mind. And you like, there it go. I got it. How did you get it? By doing the next best thing. So the first P is purpose. The second P is patience. Patience is waiting, but waiting means you're like a server. You're waiting. You're delivering the best assets of what you have. You're delivering that. You're serving that. And you know that the more you do it, the better you become at it, to the extent that somebody will tip you for that. Okay? And the third P is persistence. Sticking to a course of action. Continuing to show up, not letting up. And if something ain't work, you ain't gotta just give up on it. Just reset it. Just reset it. Just reset it. Simple as that. You may have a program or a package or a service or a product that you're trying to sell and nobody's buying it. Well, change the name on it. Change the structure of it. Add more inventory to it. It may be a product and nobody want to buy it. Well, add a service to it. It may be a service nobody want to buy. Add a product to it. Change the name of it. Change the model and reintroduce it. give it away to 10 people. You get what I mean? Like, you got to be persistent with that. Here's the fourth P. Practice. Practice. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't give y'all the psychological description, did I? The psychological description, I just wanted to share that. When it comes to persistence, here's what experts suggest. They suggest in psychology, persistence is a personality trait. Oh my God. See, I'm a student, so that means so much to me. They suggest, psychology experts suggest that persistence is considered to be a personality trait. Oh my God. Oh man, you have no idea how huge that is to a student. I'm a student. I love to learn. So if experts in psychology suggest that persistence is a personality trait, then that means persistence is not just what I do, but persistence is who I am. So my personality doesn't have any give up in it. When you talk to me, when you get around me, you feel something about me that you can't quite describe and define. But psychology experts suggest that what you can't describe and define, but you know you feel, is actually a personality trait called persistence. It's just something about her that she's unwilling to give up. It's something about him that he's just not going to say no. He's not going to let nobody deny him. She's going to just keep showing up. She's going to just keep trying. She's going to just keep reinventing herself until something sticks. That's the personality trait of persistence. These are experts that suggest that. So don't let persistence just be something you do. No, this is who I am. This is my MO. My MO is I might get busted up, but I'm going to lick my wounds and come back for more. Because I already know my breakthrough is on the other side of this thing if I stick with the course of action. Here's the fourth P, practice. Practice. What is practice? I'm going to tell you what practice is. Practice is practice. See, some of you right now, you're in business, you're working jobs, you're building a life, you're trying to get out of debt. You don't even know you're in practice. So think about it. If your current financial situation was practice, are you showing up for practice every day? Are you learning what needs to be learned every day? Are you doing your due diligence every day? Practice is the regular, daily, consistent habits of doing what needs to be done. So your practice in business and finance should be you're educating yourself every day. I just don't I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I have a mental blockage, but I personally don't understand how anyone can own a business or own a ministry or or run an organization, be the leader of that entity and not learn something and educate themselves and train every day. I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. My wife, she always says that to me. She says that one of the best things you could tell me, honey, when I took over the church, she said one of the best things I told her was to don't study to preach. Just be a student of the word and just study for yourself every day. So that when it's time for you to preach, you have so much to say, you got too much. And look, every week she's like, I got 7 sermons. Yeah. I got to choose which sermon I want to preach. She got 50 sermons in a notepad that she can pull and can't even preach them because she got 50 more in the pipeline. You know why? Because she's practicing every day. Every day I watch my wife. She's praying. She's in her word. My wife spends hours and hours and hours studying and praying and researching. I'm like, wow. I remember the days that I was doing it for the position and the role of a pastor. I still do that for myself personally, but a lot of that deep, in-depth, overboard research and studying that I do today is not as a pastor, it's more so as an individual who's running an organizational enterprise. But guess what? It's still practice. So guess what? When you watch people like LeBron James and these great basketball stars and these football players, you see how they be performing for like 60 minutes on the basketball court or 48 minutes on the basketball court. What you don't understand is that 1 hour they on the court or on the field playing is just a snippet of the tens and tens and tens and tens of hours or thousands of hours that they have spent in practice. In practice. I know some business owners, and I hope I ain't talking about none that's watching me today, but I know some business owners don't even practice how they're going to talk to their clients. They don't even practice how they're going to pitch their products. They don't even practice how they're going to present themselves to the market. They don't even practice learning and training and educating themselves to be a better version of themselves. And they think their business is going to grow. There are people who don't practice financial responsibility with a fixed income or with a job that pays them less than what they need to live. But if you can't practice financial responsibility and integrity with $20 an hour, you're not going to practice that with $200 an hour. You're fooling yourself because you're never going to become the version of the person you need to be to net you $200 an hour. You never get there. Oh, I wish I was making $200 an hour. You're never going to get there if you don't become the next best version of yourself with $20 an hour. That's how you get there. All right, last but not least, the fifth P is, oh, I love this one. I hope y'all been enjoying this one. The fifth P is proximity. The fifth P is proximity. I hate to be so brash, but this is one reason why I never really liked counseling people when I was pastoring. I hated counseling people because I'm so straightforward. I just don't know how to say it a different way. But I'm going to say this when it comes to proximity. Some people are losing in business and finances because they're not around the right people and they're unwilling to pay the price to get in proximity to the right people. So I'm talking to this couple in our consultation last night, and I'm talking about our business coaching program, right? And then I say, oh, but by the way, I have a business coach as well. My whole company has a business coach. We're all being coached as a company, and our program is about $60,000 a year. And they was like, huh? I said, oh, but guess what? The owner of this company, the leader of this group that I have proximity to is a billionaire. I paid 60 grand to have proximity to a billionaire. Duh. You just missed it. You just missed it. I said I was able to pay $60,000 to get in proximity to a billionaire. Come on, you got to be goofy not to do that. You got to be dumb. The fifth P for business and finances is proximity. Some of you right now should be texting the word coaching to 404-478-7213. You should be texting me today saying, you know what? I need to be in your 1-year business coaching program because I need to be in proximity to what millionaires look like, to what six-figure earners look like, to what owning and running a successful business system looks like, to what getting that bag looks like. Because I'm in proximity to some people, but they struggling like me. They working jobs like me. They live in pillar to post, paycheck to paycheck like me. I got to get in proximity to people who can pull me further quicker, but I've got to be willing to pay the price. If I'm talking about you, I want you to text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. 404-478-7213. Now, for those of you that are already a part of our business coaching program, I want you to take advantage of the offer that we have for our upcoming VIP workshops. We have 2 VIP workshops that are coming up. One on Saturday, June the 12th. The second one is on Saturday, June the 26th. Both of them are from 12 to 4 p.m. and they are going to be like deep dives into the nuts and bolts of QuickBooks, accounting, tax strategies, financial literacy. And the other one is going to be on the nuts and bolts of starting and structuring your holding companies, but also how to run the day-to-day operations of them, how to build out systems and integrate them into your different divisions and your subsidiaries, and how to really finesse that system and maneuver your way in that system so that you can maximize your opportunities and minimize your liabilities. Both of those VIP workshops, we're offering a 65% off discount. And the VIP code is what? VIP 2021.
Yes.
So if you go to RamonPreston.com/event or look into the comments, you'll see the link. I want you to click that link. It's going to take you to our live and virtual events page. You're going to see 2 VIP workshops on there. You can click RSVP. You can add the discount code VIP 2021, and you're basically going to get 65% off. So for about $69, you're going to get access to a $250 workshop where I'm going to walk you through the whole process of getting your QuickBooks up and running, integrating it into your business. I'm going to teach you some accounting strategies, some tax strategies. I'm going to give you some game on financial literacy, and I'm going to, in the other workshop, show you how to run the day-to-day operations of your holding company, how to wrap your mind around having multiple divisions and subsidiaries so that when you start getting the bag, you know how to reallocate and redistribute that bag so you can get more bags. If you're not a part of the coaching program, I want you to take advantage of our coaching program. It's a 1-year business coaching program. We provide, in this 1-year business coaching program, 52 weeks of touch points, which means every week for 52 weeks, there's something that we're doing with you and for you as a member of our business coaching program, whether it's a one-on-one coaching session, a one-on-one virtual session, a one-on-one coaching call, a group coaching mastermind, whether it's virtual training assignments that we give you, because as a member of our 1-year business coaching program, guess what you also get? You get 1 year free access to our world-class signature Blueprint Game Plan program. This Blueprint Game Plan program is amazing, and I'm about to add more programs to it within the next few weeks. So you get all that for free. Just reach out to me today. Text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. I love y'all, and I'll talk with y'all tomorrow.